Welcome to Silverstone, home of the British Grand Prix. This iconic track held the very first World Championship race back in 1950, and it's a firm favourite amongst fans and drivers alike. The 3.6 mile long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and of Copse flat out.
Good evening, race fans. I'm Pirate here. It is Friday. This is Black Flag Racing TV, and this is Tripz F1. How's about that then? And fuck yeah, it's Silverstone today. Who doesn't love a bit of Silverstone on a Friday night? And yeah, what more can I say? Anyone that didn't catch us last week, this is your lineup for the season. This is the new season. This is race number 2 at Silverstone. We're at Spa next week. I've got to say, it's awesome. Some of the best tracks in F1 in this half of the season. Silverstone, obviously. Spa, great track. Barcelona, great track. Brazil, one of my favourites. But there's your team lineups for the season so far. Jelly and Fingers in McLaren. Kells and Braytrade in Aston Martin. Ferrari's Dino and Toys. Woo, indeed. Darryl, woo, indeed. Zed Mini and Wolsey in the AlphaTauri, Drew and Clarence in the Red Bulls, Cameron and Nathan both in the Williams, Alpine will be Scuba and Dunners, Ryan and Killers, Quick Killers that is, in the Mercedes-Benz. We've got Average Tom in the Alfa Romeo. He's not here, he's at a gig, and I tell you what, the band he's seen is freaking awesome. Love it. Yeah, I'm not Imler averse. I think I prefer it to Monza, to be fair. The two Italian tracks. Although saying that though, Monza's got Parabolica, and I think Ascari and Parabolica are two amazing corners. But I think overall, yeah, Imola. But yeah, I'm slow on every track, so it doesn't really fucking matter, to be fair. So, what's occurring? Slow with everything, take me a sec. I forgot to put something on. I've lost it. Talk amongst yourselves. Good evening, Scuba. How you doing, mate? That's what I wanted. Put it in the correct place. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm hiding it from you, but it will come apart later. So there we go. Who we got this evening? Ryan in the Mercedes. We've got Wolsey AlphaTauri. We've got Harley, named after my dog. I'm pretty sure they weren't named after my dog. I think my dog was probably named later. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Darryl, Monaco has no business being a fucking racetrack in this day and age. You don't know what you're talking about. It's basically a place to go qualifying. It's not a racetrack for racing. It's ridiculous. Yes, thank you for asking, Scuba. I'm absolutely fucking shattered. Finished a job today, but the guy I was working with is a fucking retard, and it just went. It nearly didn't finish today, and well, his life nearly ended, but the job nearly didn't finish today. But got it done, fortunately. Fingers in the McLaren. There's Scuba chatting to me on chat right now. He's in the Alpine. Forza Ferrari or for Williams. I did in your race last week. How you doing, Forza? Good to see you back, buddy. You've been away for a bit, haven't you? Cameron. He's also Williams. Dry Bones Malone, of course, Alfa Romeo. Aggravated Jelly. Isn't that just... I don't know, shaken jelly, haven't they? From McLaren, Dunners in the Alpine, Dino in the Ferrari, Connor in the Red Bull, Braytrain in the Aston Martin. Is that it? Is that the lot? We only got 12 today. I thought we had 15. Is what it is. Short qualifying here at, what's it called? Silverstone. Just goes to show, to be fair, it has been a long day. has been a very, very long day, and I'll be glad when I get to lay down finally. Let's whack up a track guide. There you go. This is Silverstone for your viewing pleasure. It's a real kind of driver's track. You know, if you know it well, you can really attack it and get some great times here. But it can be very punishing as well. Very, very punishing. You only need to get one or two mistakes and then it's all over. And yeah, some of the physics in I don't know if anyone just saw that car floating in the top right corner. I could have taken it out and everything like this because it was car reveal start next week. Yeah, I know. To be fair, they're all going to look the fucking same. That's anything. It's just the colours that are different. I think they should. I think they should all find out what teams they race for next week. I don't think we should have. I think every driver should go to the top, kind of like they do in like NBA and the NFL and all that, where they have like drafts and stuff. So yeah, basically all the drivers go into the pot, and whoever came last gets to pick first. No, like at school, you always have to pick. If you lost last week, you get to pick your team for the following week. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Then Lewis Hamilton could get a really slow car and he could fuck off away from me. Yeah, it probably is a month away, but I get excited about it, but not. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I kind of get butterflies before the first race. To be fair, when it's like a week to go before the racing starts. And the sort of closed testing thing where you get a little bit of TV action and stuff. I kind of like that, but I don't know. I find it hard to get excited about the car reveals because it's cool, but they all look the same apart from the colours, and it's just that I find a bit boring, to be fair. But anyway, we've got 13 runners this evening. Out there we've got Ryan, we've got Fingers, Aggravate, Jelly, Wolsey, Cameron, Dino, Forza Ferrario, Dryer, Bones Malone, Bray Train, Connor, Scuba, Harley, and Dunners. It's weird every time I say Harley, my dog looks up. It's weird. Right, who's on a lap? Who's on a lap? There's Wolsey, he's in the Alpha Tauri. Obviously on a Tuesday night he's not. On Tuesday night he's in the Alfa Romeo. So lovely alphabets. Who's going to be quick round here, do we think? Well, we know Dunners can always put in a decent lap. There's no quick killers today, so he won't be. Don't know, it's a difficult one to call, isn't it? I can't remember who won last week. Connor can put in a lap or two when he puts his mind to it. I think there's one or two out there that could chuck in a good lap today. We'll see who puts in the fastest lap. I'm going to go with. Let's go a little bit out there. I'm going to go with Forza Ferrario on pole. I've never seen him race on F1. I've seen him race on the GT7. I've never seen him race on F1. That's why I'm going to go for him. Sod it. That's what I'm going for. Forza Ferrario for pole. Don't let me down, buddy. Don't fuck it up. It's the reputation of Black Flag you are racing for now. I'm assuming everyone can hear me okay. I had a little fiddle around my mic setup today. It's probably exactly the same, to be fair. Round and round you go. Can't park there, Wolsey. Hot lap, hot lap, hot lap. Come on, guys, I want a hot lap. I want to see some times, man. I want to see some times. What's the format today, you ask? I haven't got a clue. This is my response. No, it is. There's two races. There is sort of a smaller race and then a feature race of 50%. Times 25%, 50%. Short qualifying. Short means 18 minutes, of course. Not the entire full day of it. A couple of hours of it, as we used to sing. So what's everyone getting up to the weekend? Anything exciting? Haas spinning behind. Cameron keeping his car on the track at the moment. I'll tell you what's going on tomorrow if anyone is up for it or if you want to get involved with watching. We have the final race. That's 1:46.2 for Cameron. We have the final race in our charity event for the Charity Mind. We have, or will have, by the end of tomorrow, streamed 15 hours of racing specifically for Mind, and that's to show solidarity and support for the 1 in 15 people who attempt to take their life at some point in their life. We've raised about 500 quid, which I think is an awesome amount. It's double what I expected, to be fair. And yeah, we've got one race left. It's another 3-hour race to eliminate 24 hours. It was originally supposed to be at Spa, but because Spa is pit bugged on GT7, we are going with Kyoto Yamagiwa. I probably pronounced that wrong, but I don't give a toss. Yes, it's going to be 3 hours around Toyota Yamagiwa, and it'll be a full 24-hour day-night cycle. Probably 2 to 3 pit stops in the GR3 cars. So it'll be interesting to see what cars people go with. I imagine for longevity, a majority will go with the Porsche 911. So aggravated jelly with a 1:28.3. That's quick. That's a good time actually. 29.7 for Connor. So Cameron only 20 seconds off the pace. Yeah, I'm sure you can find 20 seconds around here, mate. Easy enough, I think. Who's not gone out at all and stayed in the garage? Just Harley at the moment. I think everybody else. Fingers just coming out now. Woolsey's just coming out. We've seen him out already, haven't we? So there we go. So Scuba has done a 1:36.2. Cameron improves greatly. That's a 34.6. Still though 5-6 seconds off the qualifying pace. So front row at the moment is aggravated jelly. Forza Ferrario. He is just behind with a 28.5. Only 200ths of a second. And there we go. He's out of the front row already because there goes Dino in the Fezzer. That's a 1:27. That is quick. That is a sub 28 lap there in that Ferrari. So Dino on pole with aggravated jelly joining him on the front row. Forza and Connor on row 2. Cameron and Scuba on row 3. Nobody else yet set a lap. Give me a freaking lap, people. Right, I want a 1:27.2. Who's got a 1:27.2 in the tank? Anyone? Let's see what you got, people. That's what I want, a 1:27.2. Where's my paper? Yeah, I love Silverstone. I'm really looking forward to this race, actually. The great thing about Silverstone, there's loads and loads and loads of places you can overtake. And Scuba just sliding a little bit, going for a slalom approach. Didn't work too well, but did hold it quite well and didn't crash, which is always good. Who are we going to go on board with? Let's do it on board with Fingers. He's on his outlap at the moment, just coming around the last couple of corners before we'll see him take to the hot lap. So he'll go to the left-hand side here. Sweeping around to the right, get on that power nice and early. Sweeping around this right-hander onto the main straight and off he goes past that pit lane. Staying left as you little lift to get it turned into that right-hand side, and then just holding that lift for that left. Changing down to third gear, getting it turned in, and then right hand, left hand, and spinny. You can't park that there, mate. That's not a good lap so far. So will he get back on the track eventually? He's got to wait for some people to go past. Oh dearie me. Someone's been drinking. Here we go again. got where he's going to try. There we go. Well, that's his fastest lap so far, but of course, it's not going to be a quick one. Yes, round to the left-hand side. Just got to be a little bit careful getting on the loud pedal, because the back end can so easily come round and meet the front without too much of an effort. Big sweeping right hand there, love that turn. And then you come down to the left-hand side, sweep it in again to the right-hand side, and you're looking for a good kind of pace through there as you lift, and then on the brake slightly, and again, just a little bit too hot coming through. Tyres obviously not warmed up enough. Get on the loud pedal a little bit too quickly. That's a bad lap. That is a bad lap. So let's give up on him for the time being. Dino, it's still sitting on pole. There is 8 minutes left of qualifying. Aggravated Jelly joining Dino on the front row. Forza on row 2, and he's got Braid Train alongside him in 4th place. Connor with a 29.7 in 5th, with Cameron with 34.6 just behind him on row 3. Row 4 headed up by Scuba. They are the only people that have set a lap thus far, so still waiting for laps from Dunners, Harley, Dry Bones, Malone, Wolsey, Fingers and Ryan. We did see Fingers attempting to do a lap. Wasn't doing a very good job of getting around the corners without sending the rear round first. Taking part of the libation. The car will work for the quarters. Bought some beers, so I'm now drinking those beers. I intend to finish all of those beers at some point in the next hour or so. So if I start swearing, I'll fall asleep. You know what happens. Has anyone got anything better than Dino with the 127.8? Because at the moment, he's the only driver that's gone sub 128 in this qualifying session. And who's that in sector 3 that's had a little wobble? It seems right now. 7 minutes left of qualifying. Got to get your banker lap in, people. I don't know how many times I have to state it. You can't just go out there, lastminute.com, and hope it's always going to be good. We did see, I think it was yesterday, we saw in Smoking Paredes that one of their quickest guys, really, and when I say quick, really one of their quickest guys by some margin, left at lastminute.com to go and do a lap. Didn't pay off because they didn't put in anywhere near a good representative time. Had to start at the back of the pack and ended up finishing way down the order. So it just goes to show that it's really important to get that banker lap in and make sure you've got something on the board to show for it. Right, we've got some more lap times out there. Fingers with a 2 minute 48. That's because he crashed so many times. Anyone else setting solid times? Dunners 130.9. That's not bad. Seen worse. But top 4 unchanged. Top 5 in fact unchanged. Dunners slots in 6th above Cameron. Scuba with 136. Wolsey's done a 142.5. That will need improvement. Sharpish. Just wait for Ryan, the Dry Bones Malone, and Harley to put in a lap. Back in 2 seconds, guys. Back in 2 seconds. I have returned. Apologies for that. I don't need to be let out in shizzle. Right, where are we at? So Dino's still on pole. No one's been able to beat that 127.8 from Dino. Forza has, however, stuck his little nose on that front row. I did tip Forza to be on pole. Not far off that estimation right now. 127.999. So two drivers at sub 128. Aggravated Jelly on row 2 with Scuba. Row 3 is Bro Train with Connor. And there's someone knocking at my door, bear with me. Fuck's sake, it's like Piccadilly Circus that day. That was Amazon. Don't know what's in it. Shall I do it? I might open it to a live reveal on YouTube. I haven't got fucking tools in there though. Right, where we at? Let's go again. So Dino on pole, 127.8. Forza joins him on the front row. Aggravated Jelly and Scuba on row 2. Bro Trainer Connor row 3. Ryan and Dunners are on row 4. Dry Bones Malone and Cameron on row 5. Although Cameron has decided the 134.6 is a lap that he's happy with and is not doing any more. Wolsey and Fingers are on row 6. No, they're not. Because who's just put in a hotter lap? Bro Train Connor, Ryan and Harley. Wolsey Dunners. Dry Bones Malone in 11th with Twitch Cameron 12th and Fingers hasn't improved on that 248.1. Did he damage his car significantly enough that he didn't have time to get out again? Yeah, do you know what? I find it quite hard, Cameron, to race without any traction control. I usually put it on medium. Well, in the F1 cars, I put it on medium. In GT7, I generally have it on 1 max. I don't have it on more than 1. You can, unless it's a 4x4 car, no, I don't bother at all. But yeah, I think it's hard, man. It's so hard to drive these cars without traction control. Actually, on Sunday, I'm going to be starting a new F1 broadcast for a team that they basically it's 0 assists, so no traction control, no ABS, nothing, and they're apparently they're pretty fucking good. Apparently they're really quick, but we'll find out. I could go on a Sunday and it's absolute dog shit. I probably shouldn't piss them off. Yeah, I find that 99% of the time there's something wrong with my settings when I lose. Only 1% of the time it's because the person I lose against is better than me. So there we go. Qualifying is over. Dino Forza on the front row. Aggravated Jelly Bro Train on row 2. Scuba and Connor on row 3. Ryan and Harley row 4. Row 5 is Wolsey and Dunners. Dry Bones Malone and Cameron on row 6. And right at the back is Fingers. Right where he belongs. No, I'm joking, he doesn't belong there. 248, that's pretty awful. So that was clearly, he clearly stacked it at some point in qualifying and had so much damage to the car that he had to get it repaired. Either that or he forgot to go on track again. But I think that's everybody has set a representative time. We shouldn't have a 1 minute countdown now, should we? There we go. Sorted. So, Dino from Australia is your pole sitter in the Ferrari. Talking of Ferrari, there's Forza Ferrari-O, Ferrari-O P, from Bonnie, Scotland. He is joining on the front row. Aggravated Jelly from the World in the McLaren. Bro Train from Australia in the Aston Martin. In 4th, Scuba from England in the Alpine in 5th. 6th will be Connor from Scotland in the Red Bull. Ryan, who's somewhere from the world, in the Mercedes in 7th. Great Britain is Harley. 8th place in the Haas. Wolsey in 9th from England in the Alpha Tauri. Great Britain Dunners in 10th in the Alpine. Drybones Malone for the United States of America. He's in 11th in the Alfa Romeo. Cameron from Great Britain in the Williams is 12th. And Fingers, who is not from the world, he's from Surrey. I happen to know that. He's in McLaren. So here we go. Race number 1 here at Silverstone. And I'm looking forward to an exciting race. Very exciting. Very nice. We're here with Tripz F1. This is round number 2 of the F1 season. We're at Silverstone Grand Prix for the British Grand Prix. 2 DRS zones here. We've got 13 runners and 28 seconds before we are ready to go. You've got to look out for Forza, you've got to look out for Dino. Dino looking strong in the Ferrari, Forza Ferrario. A second row of the grid. Bray Train looking good as well. We've got sort of outside, we've got runners like Dunners, who we know is very capable of winning races. It really is a difficult one to call at this stage. I think anyone in that top 5, top 6 can win. But the thing is, we are going to go on a formation lap now. You look at Bray Train, you look at Bray Train, you look at Skill. They're all capable of. Why new lobby? What's wrong with this lobby? What's wrong with this lobby? Everyone's ghosted out, so I'm assuming there is a problem with the lobby. I'll wait and find out what's occurring. I don't know why I'm being told, what the fuck you want me to do about it? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a problem, because we've got loads of, Bray Train's not ghosted, so Bray Train's going to win this race then. Scuba ghosted, Connor ghosted, Ryan, Harley's ghosted, Wolsey's not. So it's Wolsey versus Bray Train. I'm looking forward to this. That'll be good. Dunners, is he ghosted? It looks like he is, yeah. Drybones Malone is not. Cameron is. Fingers is. We'll see what happens when we get. It says new lobby, new settings. What's wrong with the old settings? There we go. I'm going to join that group then. Did you guys set up a new lobby ages ago and forget to invite me? That'd be mental, wouldn't it? Let's just crack on. Let's forget about fucking. Pussies. You should have just driven like that. Looks like we're going again then, doesn't it? The room was set up wrong. The traction control settings were too low, and they were crashed a lot. Well, some people did, some people didn't, but some people did. Crashed quite a lot. So I wait for everyone else to, yeah. Some people don't, but unfortunately, some people need the traction control Forza. I drive with it generally medium to sometimes low, but mostly medium. In all fairness, on this, not I get to drive much anymore. I've got broadcast every. Well, when did I not broadcast this week? I have every night this week. I've broadcast. Yeah, Monday was GR4 Lottery. Tuesday I had two. I did Smoking Pirelli's Tuesday, and then I did LLR, which says some of you guys are in. I am well aware. Then on Wednesday I had no, I didn't broadcast Wednesday because we've got a week off between seasons for the GR3 on GT7. I did two on Thursday. Again, another Smoking Pirelli's, and then the brilliant. Check it out. We started a new season, a new format on GT7 called Rivals. It's essentially pitting two iconic cars against each other, two cars that have raced against each other previously, pitting them against each other. Another bloody invite. Here we go. Join this group. Yeah, pitting them against each other in a sort of team environment battle. There is an individual element to it, but it is mostly a team racy thing. But yeah, this time round it's the Lancer Evo versus the Subaru Impreza WRX. Really good race at Barcelona we had yesterday. Go check it out if you've got nothing better to do. Even if you have got something better to do that anyway, because it's all good. Do you know what? I think I saw you there. Was I? Because I did some stuff last season for them. Was I commentating when you were there? I probably should. To be fair, if I was, then I would have seen you. If we were there at the same time, of course. Anyway, this is the third lobby. Today we'll see how we get on with this one. Yeah, them guys are smoking. Probably some of them are pretty darn quick, especially the tier 1 guys. I did a tier 1 on a Thursday, and they're pretty darn fast, I will say. Quite interesting though, because their last season's champion has not really got off the mark. He was DNF week 1, and yesterday he really struggled to get himself. It might well have been, but then what did I join? I think I started doing a tier 1 mid-season. I think tier 1 on Thursday. I started doing mid-season, and then obviously this season I've done. I missed race 1 for the Tuesday league, but I started race 2 this week, and I started the season fresh for tier 1 a couple of weeks ago. They actually want me to do all of their races, but I'm a busy man in high demand. I now am officially streaming 7 days a week. You will find broadcasts here all times of the day as well. So yeah, Mondays will be 1, Tuesdays will be 2, there'll be 1 on Wednesday, there'll be 2 on Thursday, 1, which is you guys, obviously, on a Friday. Saturday there'll be 1 in the middle of the evening, which will either be Super Formula or it will be endurance race of some kind on GT7. And then in the early hours of the morning, it will be the Porsche Cup, which will then be eventually it will be the GTC World Championships. And then Sundays, we've got something new. It is APP F1. They are a no assists F1 league, and I'll be doing their elite tier races on a Sunday evening. So plenty of shizzle going on. And of course, we've got the GT Fusion World Championships. Anyone that knows, who's played GT7, should have heard of GT Fusion. They are the oldest. They were doing World Championships on GT long before the FIA got involved. It is the oldest and biggest subscribed World Championship on GT7. That starts in March, I think. And we'll obviously bring you all the action from the lead amateur group. And the way that works, if anyone doesn't know, just waffle on while we wait for the race to start. The way that GT Fusion works is essentially you have there's about 300, 200 to 300 drivers spread across usually about 20-25 groups. And the top 3 groups are elite, so they are your professional drivers. And then you've got your so Group D onwards is your pro-ams. So we look after the lead amateur group on a Saturday. There is other broadcasters doing their Sunday ones, but they're all in French. So it sounds kind of like this. I'm really sorry, Fusion. Please don't sack me. Right, here we go. So race will finally get underway. We've had qualifying. It was so long ago qualifying, I've forgotten. I think Dino was on pole. He was joined on the front row by Forza Ferrari. And then there were some other people. Bray Train, I think, was in there in the top 4. Scuba was up there, I think. I can't remember. See, to be fair, I could rightly. Oh, Aggravated Jelly was up there, wasn't it? Yeah. Aggravated Jelly, Forza Ferrari, Dino, Scuba. I'll tell you who wasn't up there. Fingers. Fingers was not up there. Fingers was last. Dry Bones Malone mid-table, if I remember. I can't remember. If I was a professional, I'd write this shit down, but I'm not, so I don't. Right, here we go. Waiting for players. Let's see if hopefully the settings are right this time. You gotta love it when it's all gone horribly wrong. It's so slick, it's ridiculous. You may or may not know, but I gave up smoking about 10 days ago now, and it's been all right until today. Today I've really struggled. I've got my vape, so it's not the nicotine thing. It's that when you're having a bad day, you just want to fuck off for a couple of hours and smoke some cigarettes and pretend it never happened. Yeah, I kind of wanted that today, but I couldn't do it because obviously I don't smoke anymore. So I just had to go and stand in the car park smoking a vape like a weirdo. So formation lap. Yeah, it's interesting vapes, right? Because it used to be that you walk past a pub and there'd be like 15, 20 burly blokes outside. It could be quite intimidating, stinking of fags. Oh, mate, wee. Now you walk past that same group and they will smell of strawberry muffin. Much less intimidating. So Dino, Forza Ferrari, Aggravated Jelly, Bray Train, Scuba. We've got a top 5, right? Connor riding 7th, Harley in 8th. Stop looking at your dog, I'm not talking to you. Woolsey in 9th, Dunners in 10th. Dry Bones Malone from the United States, the only American in the group. And I actually think, other than Nat Packers in Smoking Points, I think he's the only other American in Formula 1 2022 that I've seen. Could be wrong, but I think he is. But he's the only Nat Packers is in the he's from the United States, but in the United Kingdom. So technically, Dry Bones Malone is the only American because he's in America. There is Cameron and Fingers bringing up the rear as he's been known to do on many occasions. There might be a race one day, Darryl, where I'll just leave you alone completely. It won't be today. It probably won't be next week either. We'll see how it goes on. So, I am acutely aware I've had a few issues with some choppy broadcasts lately, and I've isolated the source of the problem, and it's my 472-year-old laptop. I have played around with settings a little bit to try and improve it, but I am on the hunt for a new computer. So if you want to chuck some cash my way, that'll be awesome. No, I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking. If you actually want to chuck some cash my way, I'm not gonna fight you for it. I'm not gonna fight you to say no, but by the same token, I'm not begging you, of course. That's an interesting way. Oh, there we go. Into the pit box you go. Right, here we go. Let's go on board with Scuba. See how well they get away. And that is 5 lights, and the lights go out, and we are away here at Silverstone. And that's a decent start from Scuba. Decent start from all out front. Forza Ferrari. Look at that, though. Look at the, that's Connor in the Red Bull. Absolute stonking start. And Scuba getting swallowed up at the moment. That is quite a few places lost by Scuba. But Bray Train and Connor duking it out for place in the top 5 at the moment. Scuba moves ahead of Woolsey. And then Woolsey back ahead of Scuba and where Scuba's dropping down for the order. So good start initially, and then you seem to get bogged down, making that move back ahead. Fingers already up to 10th place, going wide. Little bit of abuse of the track limits. So Dry Bones Malone in 13th place. Cameron in 12th. Fingers is in 11th place. Dunners and Scuba both in the Alpines. They are Alpine, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Just ahead. Soft and medium and soft and hard. It's only a one-stop race, of course. And Forza Ferrari into the lead of this race. Dino from pole, already down to 3rd place. Let's have a look at tyre choices. So Forza on the mediums gets up into the lead. Aggravated Jelly putting the challenge on, though. Are they able to make this move stick? Side by side, they do make it up into the lead. How brief is it? It looks very brief. They had it coming together, and Forza Ferrari has gone down 5 places. Maybe that needs to get looked at, because Aggravated Jelly was side by side with Forza then. Has Forza picked up some damage? Because Forza is now way down in 6th place after that side by side action with Aggravated Jelly. So there we go. So at the moment we've got Forza, Harley, Dunners and Fingers all starting, and Wolsey as well, all starting on the medium compound tyres. Dry Bones Malone, Cameron and Wolsey into the pits, and it looks like Cameron's come out on hard compound tyres and looking to run a long way. Clearly, those hard tyres can go to the end. It's only 13 laps here, of course. But Aggravated Jelly in the lead. That is a 3-second time penalty for Ryan already, and Cameron also has a penalty. Miles back, waiting for those times to sort themselves out. So Aggravated Jelly is in the lead of this race. From Dino. Dino started on pole, lost a couple of places. We saw Forza Ferrari making big moves up into the lead of this race, side by side with Aggravated Jelly. Little touchy, and bow by Forza, and Aggravated Jelly took the lead successfully. Dino is closing that gap down 0.3 of a second behind Aggravated Jelly in that Ferrari. They're both, in fact, the top 3 are all on soft tyres, and Aggravated Jelly gets the fastest lap straight away. Dino beats it. That's how close it is, and now DRS is enabled, and this is where Aggravated Jelly is going to be a little bit vulnerable to the on-rushing Fezzer with Dino at the wheel. And Forza made his way back up into that top 3, showing just how much pace he's got. And with those medium compound tyres, getting up through the order on the mediums, past those drivers, such as Bray Train, who are on soft tyres, actually is a real good move there. Now, Forza has a 3.1 second deficit to Dino, who's currently running in 2nd place behind Aggravated Jelly. And that's the view from the back of Aggravated Jelly's car. And of course, no DRS available for Jelly. All the DRS in the world available for Dino, and it's gonna make it a very squeaky bum turn. Let's get the telemetry up, so we'll see how much they use the energy recovery system. And here we go. It's absolutely sitting duck, but just holds on, does Jelly, into the corner there. But they're going to turn left, they're going to turn right, they're going to get back on the power and then head down towards the next DRS detection zone. So they are absolutely on fire here. Go down this straight to the right hand side, and a great momentum for Dino. Can Dino make this move up the inside under braking? Dino trying desperately to get through, but the inside line is there for Aggravated Jelly. Not giving it up at this stage, but I tell you what, very vulnerable, and they're actually pulling away slightly from Forza Ferrari in 3rd place. This battle is on, and try to block as much as possible, and I'm sure I won't say that was excessive movement, but I think sometimes if you've got a much faster car behind you, it's of course it's your right to defend, but I think sometimes it can cost you more trying to stop them because you're not taking your own lines through. You're going to be harder on your tyres. You're going to be harder on your fuel. Maybe live to fight another day. I'm not saying you should let them through. Absolutely not. But by the same token, I think if you can protest too much. And Dino with another good run. This time, Jelly doesn't have anything to defend with. We'll have a look. I think it looks like Jelly had some hers. And Jelly coming back at him and does make the move back. So this battle is still raging on between these two. It's not ending anytime soon. So Aggravated Jelly gets ahead. Where's Dino? Oh, Dino's in the pits. That's why Aggravated Jelly got ahead. Dino jumped into the pits on those soft tyres. Aggravated Jelly going one more. So this is how we look. Aggravated Jelly in the lead of this race. Forza Ferraro up into second. Fought his way back after a little battle between those two on that one. Sent Forza diving through the order like Tom diving into a big swimming pool full of penises. I just said that out loud. There we go. Harley running in third place. Sometimes the things that come in my brain really shouldn't come out of my mouth. Harley running in third place on the medium tyres. These medium tyre runners are going to go a lot longer than everybody else, of course. There's Scuba in fourth place. We've got, I think this is a full safety car. We've lost Wolsey. We've lost Cameron. Both did not finishers. Didn't get to see how they crashed or why they crashed or when they crashed. But let's just suffice to say that they did. And they are out of this race. Is it a full safety car? I can't see the safety car. Yes, I can. There is the safety car waiting to pick up Aggravated Jelly. Assuming, of course, Aggravated Jelly doesn't do that, which is going to the pits, which is a very wise choice. What about Forza? Does Forza do the same thing? Forza opting to stay out. Not entirely sure that's the right decision here. Although, if those soft tyres don't go 7 laps, then maybe it is the right decision. So Forza will take the lead of this race briefly. Will come round and pick up the safety car, and that'll be in just a couple of corners time. So Forza will turn right and turn left. We'll turn left again, and there will be the Aston Martin safety car, patiently waiting for the Williams racing car or Forza Ferrari to pick up. And there we go. There is the safety car, and the safety car now is de facto leader of the race and takes control of race pace. So let's have a full run through. It's Forza from Harley, Aggravated Jelly from Dino. Connor, I'll post my footage in chat Discord. Connor has turned slightly to my racing line, going into the corner and just smashed into the wall. Okie dokie, coolio. Looking forward to seeing that one. Yeah, boy, love that shizzle, man. Love crashes. Yeah, so Dino, Scuba, Bray Train, Dunners, Fingers, Ryan, Connor, Dry Balls Maloney's coming into the pits now. Is that a little bit late to be pitting? Hell yes it is, but all the same it's being done. Only drivers that haven't stopped are Forza and Harley. Be interesting actually to see if this choice to not pit from Forza and Harley works out for them. They're both, of course, on the medium compound tyre, so it probably was a little bit early in their strategy for them to be pitting. But I think in a scenario such as this, particularly when we've only just picked up the safety car on lap 6, it's likely we may have a lap or two behind the safety car, which will essentially negate the race for a bit, negate your kind of tyre wear, negate your fuel consumption, really allow you to claw back some extra, to recharge the earth, to claw back some of that fuel, to really get keep the tyres warm but not take anything out of them. And I think we could probably have made these good last. But now obviously the big issue is going to be how quickly they can get back on the road and when they need to go to pit for the soft compact tyre. Because if we have 2 or 3 more laps over the safety car, they could be in a lot of trouble in terms of not being able to build a big enough gap to make that stop and get back out on track in a decent position. Everyone's going to be bunched right up. They're going to lose a number of places. And you've got to bear in mind as well, the other thing is that everybody behind them, Aggravated Jelly, Dino, Scuba, Bray Train, Dunners, Fingers, Connor, Ryan, Dry Bones, Malone, they're all on fresher tyres. Although Connor, Ryan and Dry Bones, Malone have pitted twice in a 13-lap race. Somebody likes buying lots of rubber. So we're still waiting for the wonderful sign that says safety car in his lap. We haven't had that yet. Hopefully we get it soon. Will this be the lap where the safety car comes in? I don't know if anyone else has caught up with any of the broadcasts. I can't remember which one it was, but I had a broadcast this week where we had 7 safety cars and a virtual safety car. It was fucking hard work, that one, man. It was good, don't get me wrong, it was a good race. Because it kept everyone so bunched up, there was quite some good overtakes and shit like that. But 7 safety cars in a virtual safety car. I think over half the race, and the fact that the safety car actually is in this lap, so yeah, over half the race was spent behind a safety car of some sort. So this is where Forza and Harley really need to get the hammer down, get some heat into the generate as much heat as they can, and we can see there just Forza just doing just that, just trying to side to side to side, get some heat into those soft medium compound tyres, because Forza is now the safety car. Forza is going to and let's go on board with Aggravated Jelly, because Aggravated Jelly is going to be hot to trot here. They are much fresher tyres than those of Forza and Harley, and the action commences of Forza straight away on that power. Knows what needs to be done, and what needs to be done is Forza needs to build up a gap in which to pit with. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it did, but it made sense. Well, it made sense to me. I don't think so there we go. So Forza Ferrari is half a second up from Harley. Harley's sticking with him in that Haas. Aggravated Jelly 1.1 seconds back. We've got no DRS. We probably won't do until lap 9, lap 10 maybe. Assuming, of course, we don't lose anyone else to crashing. Dino in 4th place. Scuba in 5th. Bray Train in 6th. Let's have a quick shufty at, not the penalties, places gained and lost. So Forza started 2nd, is now 1st. Did initially drop down to, I think it's far down to 6th. Harley in 2nd place, up 6 places. That's the big gain there. And only 4 cars have made gains in this race. Forza with 1 place, Harley with 6 places gained. Dunners has gained 3 places. Fingers gained 4 places. As we see Harley making the move, trying to find a way around Forza Ferrari. It is on like Donkey Kong, and that move has been made. And rather than trying to hold off Aggravated Jelly makes the move. Forza Ferrari into the pits now. How costly is this pit stop going to be? As we see Forza pulling in. Fastest lap from Aggravated Jelly. That is 7. 10th for the 2nd. The gap to Harley out in front. Remember, Harley still needs to go in the pits. This is really playing into Aggravated Jelly's hands, really, because where does Forza come out? Absolutely last on the racetrack. So 9 places lost now for Forza Ferrari. Harley in the lead with a 7-place gain. Fingers has gained 5 places now. 4-place gain for Dunners, 1-place gain for Scuba. Big losers, of course. Forza at the moment 9 places down. I'm sure that won't continue. 2 lost for Ryan, 1 loss for Connor. Place lost for Bray Train, 2 lost for Dino. Starting on pole, remember, and hasn't been able to get back up there in the lead. So Dino started in the lead. Aggravated Jelly's been there. Harley's been there. He still is at the moment. Forza Ferrari's been there. See who hasn't been there? Dino. But desperately trying to make that happen now. And here we go. This is a move attempted on Aggravated Jelly. Drive over Malone picking up a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. There are penalties for Dunners, Connor, Ryan, Fingers and Dry Bones Malone. That's going to help Forza Ferrari. He is 20 seconds back at the moment. And that is Harley, I think, pulling into the pits. That will promote Aggravated Jelly to the lead of this race. Dino up into second. And he spins! Dino spins! You can't park that there, mate. And that is all over for him, that battle. As we see DRS enabled. And who's that spinning? That's Connor spinning. And what a place to spin. So Connor spinning. So we've seen Connor spinning. We've seen Harley just coming out of the pits in 10th place ahead of Forza Ferrari. Forza is back, 28 seconds back. Was there a problem for Forza somewhere? Because despite Harley pitting, not closed that gap at all. So Aggravated Jelly now 3.5 seconds clear. Scuba up to second. Bray Train 1.2 seconds back from Scuba in third position. But Dunner's right up behind, looking for a way through. Wants to get closer to his teammates. And Bray Train is stopping that from happening. So what has Dunner's got? Has Dunner's got anything around 6 places now? He's the big winner today, 6th place game for Dunner's. That is a driver of the day shizzle if I ever saw it. But can he make it stick? That's the big question. And it all obviously depends as well what Forza Ferrari does. Now he is ahead of Harley now. That's a time penalty for Ryan. But Dunners, remember, has a penalty. Let's have a look at how much penalty. 3 seconds for Dunners. So at the moment, still not quicker than Dino. Dino drops down the order after having that spin. Trying to chase on the back of Aggravated Jelly. Just pushing it a little bit too hard. But Dino 420 fam is now in 5th place and closing down on Dunners. So potential overtaking opportunity coming there as well. And we've just lost another from this race. We're down to just the 10 remaining on the track. There's some DRS. That is with Dino. Dino makes that move past Dunners and makes it with the greatest of ease as well. No DRS for Dunners, and could not defend against that charge from Dino. Dino up, back up into 4th place, but some work to do. Bray Train is just over a second up the road. Scuba is 4 seconds up the road, and there's a penalty for Dino. So that's a big blow. That's a big blow, because now he's got a 3-second penalty to try and make up. He's got to close on Bray Train. Oh, he's actually only 2 tenths up from Bray Train. Here is the move. Makes the move on Bray Train into 3rd. Does he? Yes, he does. That was a bit of DRS. That was a bit of slipstream. That was a lot of brass bollocks. And Dino up into 3rd. He's on a charge, is Dino. Next target is going to be Scuba. Scuba is 6th, half a second up the road. And then it's a 4-second gap to Aggravated Jelly. And Aggravated Jelly literally dominated today. And fastest lap from Dino, 1:29.9. But it goes to show that it's not always the fastest car that wins the race. It's the most consistent, the one that stays out of trouble. Now, it's all well and good being able to chuck in 129.5 there from Harley. 129.9, 129.5, but if you're at the back of the pack, it counts for naught. Absolutely nothing. Not a zip. Bedoing. But average jelly. He's not brilliant. He's not. It's aggravated jelly. Aggravated jelly is 4.9 seconds clear. This is lap 12 of 13. Dino has made his way into 2nd place, and 2nd place is where he will stay. He is not nicking 1st place. 4.9 seconds back at this stage. Scuba is in 3rd, 1.4 seconds back. A little bit vulnerable to Bray Train, maybe. Dunners is certainly going to be in there, but so penalty wise, Dino's doing not enough. He's Scuba and Bray Train. When Bray Train makes that move on Scuba, Bray Train up into the top 3. That means that Bray Train will now, at the end of lap 13, if Bray Train makes the move back, they're still going at it, these two. Bray Train back into 3rd place, and Scuba drops to 5th. That promotes Dunners up to 4th, so Dunners now getting involved in this battle. But this is how it stands. At the moment now, Dino, that because they're battling, and they're battling so hard, it's given Dino that little cushion, that 3 second plus cushion that he needed when he serves the penalty at the end of this race. It is a time penalty, of course. 3 seconds for Dunners. That'll put him exactly where he is, because Scuba has dropped 8.4 seconds down the order. 6 seconds penalty for Fingers. That should put him behind Dry Bones Malone. 6 seconds for Ryan. That'll put him absolutely plumb last. 3 seconds for Dry Bones Malone will actually promote him, funny enough, because Fingers will drop down. So sometimes the penalty's not always bad if someone else has got one too. Forza has shown phenomenal pace, as has Harley, but just not been able to do anything with it, and find themselves down in 9th and 10th place. And that's Harley is another retirement. We are down to just 9 cars here last lap, as we see Aggravated Jelly rounds that final corner, slows down for the line, waves to the adoring fans. And how close is Dino? Close enough. Dino in second. Bray Train comes home in third. Dunners comes home in 4th place. Fingers currently 5th, but I think we'll drop down behind. Yes, the Scuba drops to 5th. Fingers 6th. Dry Bones Malone is 7th. Ryan will be 8th and 9th, and last will be Forza Ferrario. 4 cars did not finish. That was Burner, Harley, and some others. There you go. So race number 1 done. Race number 1 dusted. We are running a little bit behind today. We had to make some new lobbies, of course. Driver of the day, Fingers. Not sure I agree with that, but you can have it. Don't agree with it, but you can have it. There's your winner. And to be fair, once he got in the lead the second time, never looked in doubt, did it? Big mistake there for Forza and for Harley. Was just hanging out there on the medium tyres when that safety car came out around lap 5, lap 6. And it was just a little bit too early for them to be pitting for the soft compound tyre. And of course they have to run 2 compounds. Could they have come out and put the hards on? Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have made them super competitive. But if they pit then, I think they might have been better off, track position wise, if they had just done just that, which put on the hard tyres and run to the end. But yeah, you can take driver days. I mean, you deserve it, right? I think you got it by virtue of so many DNFs. Reverse grid tactical. Is that what you call it? So you basically deliberately stayed back there so you could. I don't get that. I don't get that, because if you're quick, you're quick, right? If you're quick, you're quick. So get some big points in a race and then make your way through and get some more points later. I don't. Yeah, you don't get it yet. So there we go. That's done and dusted. Aggravated Jelly, congratulations. Good race there. Are you talking about me? I'm not smoking. I'll quit, man. No, not, absolutely not. I've quit. I'm not having a cigarette. But thanks for your kind offer. But absolutely not doing it. So a little break for everyone. I think I'm going to have a wee. It could be really weird, and I could take my microphone with me and let you listen to me pee. That actually happened to me the other day. I was on comms with my number 2 Black Flag Jay, and we were all like chatting away and having a laugh. And next thing I know, he's going for a pee. He just left his headset on and just started pissing while we were on comms, and it was weird. Since when? I gave up 10 days ago, Daryl. I've been off the fags for 11 days. 11 days I've been off the fags. Yeah, it did a little bit, but there was the option of you going in and going on the hard tyres, I suppose. I think you might have been slightly better off if you got in early in that safety car, like everybody else, but put the hard tyres on. You would have had a bit of a battle trying to keep people behind you, but I think your track position would have been better. But it is what it is. Darryl, I've been on the vape, solely on the vape. To be fair, it's the second time. I did give up before we had the house fire a couple of years ago. I've given up for, I think I was off the fags for about 6 months then. But, we had the fire and the stress of your house burning down. Encourages you to start a fire and smoke it. Strangely. I've been I very, very nearly slid backwards today though, because it was a shitty day at work. But it's all over. Job's finished. Invoice has been sent. Money will arrive, and then I'll forget about how shit the day was, and I'll put pictures up on Facebook of a beautiful new bathroom. No, as I was just saying, Jill, I have actually given up before. But the thing is, I actually really want to this time. Number one, because fags cost fucking 12 quid a packet, which is fucking heinous. But also, just because I'm already fat, and walking up the stairs is already a bit of an effort. And I'd like to be able to breathe a little bit better when I walk up the stairs very slowly. That's basically it. I was given a choice. I could give up alcohol, food, or fags. I chose to give up fags and stick to alcohol and food. Yeah. So, let's talk about what's going on Black Flag TV this weekend. Not a great now. Now we've got the Mind Race tomorrow. That's the charity event. 3-hour endurance race on GT7. The endurance events are really, really cool. Last week's at Nürburgring. That was a brilliant race, to be fair. And the guy that won it was just... It was one of those things where the two that were battling for first just kept making little errors. And then... There was quite a major error from the guy in first and the guy in second. Took that position and never looked back after that. And then it turned out the guy in second, that was a Stormfly VR46, ended up dropping back and getting in a battle with my friend and yours, the big Dutch bellend TJ, who, to be fair, all credit to him, is an absolute master of endurance racing, TJ. Let me give you some highlights of what he's done in endurance racing. We had a race at Le Mans, a 3-hour, 24-hour, in the same series. His DD Pro disconnected on lap 3, and it cost him a minute in time to get it back working. Right, he fought his way back to second place, and then 4 laps later, his DD Pro did exactly the same thing again, and he lost another minute. And then he fought his way all the way back over that 3 hours, fought his way back to second and finished under 2 minutes behind the leader. So those 2 minutes that his DD Pro cost him the win. And that's how quick he's been in. And he's been like pretty much there or thereabouts, podium-wise, in every single endurance race. It's been quite fun to watch. Quite often I absolutely rip him a new one on comms, but pretty much Joe, he's pretty darn good. At an endurance race, particularly if he gets to pick his own car. When he gets a BMW and GR4, not really his dog shit, but and then cries about the car incessantly over comms. Back to insulting him again. Just wait for everyone to come back, really. So talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go and get a little beer. Yeah, I'm back, baby. So, because reverse grid like scenario type thingy means we're going to see Harley, we're going to see Forza. We're going to see those two on the front row for this 26 lap foray around Silverstone. We're going to see Aggravated Jelly and Dino, who've both been very quick, much further back. Do I think the Fanatec makes you quicker than using G29? I think it probably does, actually, yeah. I haven't got personal anecdotal evidence because I still use the G29. And the reason I still use the G29 is, one, I can't really afford a Fanatec. And two, I don't really need a Fanatec because I don't race enough, John. It's not worth getting a Fanatec. But the guy who does all of my track guide, lap times on GT7, and he's fucking quick. Do check him out, PM10 Racing. He's on YouTube. He upgraded from the he had the G29. He had the G29 with the TrueBack mod that I've got, the potentiometer brake mod, and he upgraded to the DD Pro. And to be fair, the first week or so, I think he was down probably about 0.8 to a second a lap. But once he kicked in and he kind of found his rhythm, he found his setting, he's now probably a second and a half a lap quicker on the DD Pro. I mean, there's probably an element of just more practice as well. But yeah, I think the Fanatec does make you quicker. Anyone I know that I've seen that has upgraded from the G29 to the Fanatec has within a month been faster. But it's a lot of money to spend to gain a second a lap. You know, you're talking over £1,000. Really, truly, if you get in the right kind of kit, you're not getting this. Because no one wants to buy the shitty little one. You want to get the kind of mid-range one, or at least a mid-range base unit. Decent steering wheel, probably another decent steering wheel as a backup. You want to get the decent pedals as well. So yeah, you're probably looking upwards of £1,000 to gain a second a lap. And I suppose it depends how much you race, really. To be fair, look, personally, I would love to have one. I'd love to have one. But as I said, I don't really race enough. I did a little bit of testing on Wednesday with the boys, with the Black Flag boys, just because I didn't have a broadcast. Testing for the GR4 lottery. And GR4 lottery, you guys got to check this out. I don't know if you've ever watched our GR4 lottery on a Monday. Essentially, we've got 5 cars and we roll a fucking wheel, and then that's the car you get allocated, and that's the car you have to race in for the whole season. But we've got a mid-season little special there where it's literally a massive 6-minute oval track, right? And you can trick out your car however you like. You can put on fucking massive wings and nitrous and a whole manner of tuning and see how quick you can go. And it's going to be like just a succession of two lap races where people can just burn out their cars. So that's pretty darn cool. But yes, that's all I've done. I did that, and I did the time trial on GT7 for my to be fair, I haven't finished it yet because I didn't get gold. I got silver. I probably won't get gold on it, to be fair. And yes, that's all I've done this week, and made a couple of liveries for the Porsche Cup, which we've got a couple of drivers entered into. Average Tom, actually, who races with you guys, he's not there tonight. He's in the Porsche Cup as well. I don't know if Dry Bones Malone is. I think he might be. So here we go. Race number 2. Dry Bones Malone has left the session. Oh my days, where you gone, brother? What time is it in the United States? What's it? It's 10 o'clock now. It's 5. I think it's 5. I'm not sure where in the States he is, but so it'd be about 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon for him. Thereabouts. Maybe it's dinner time. Who knows? Who knows? Right, so where are we at? 21 seconds to go. We've got 21 seconds to go. Anyone bought that Prime Energy drink yet? Did anyone go have a fight in Aldi to buy that Prime Energy drink? And if you did, why have you not been punched in the cock? Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. Oops, need better vote then. Right, so 26 laps around Silverstone. If you're just joining us, which you're probably not, Euro Tripz F1. This is round number 2, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. We have 13 runners. We've lost Dry Bones Malone. He's disappeared like a fairy. I'm not suggesting that Dry Bones Malone's a fairy. He's got a really cool pirate name. So yeah, he's a really cool pirate. But he's been disconnected. We didn't have the greatest of starts. We had a couple of lobby issues. Lobby was set up wrong for qualifying. Then we did a new lobby, and then that didn't work, so we did another new lobby, and now that did work, and it's all good in the hood. It's Friday night. It's Euro Tripz time. Where are we next week, lads? Can anyone remember? Let's have a look. Belgium, of course. We're at Belgium next week. Then off to Spain. Then Portimao for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Then Brazil. And then we have a little break in February. If you want to know what's occurring, that's what's occurring. Fridays at 9 o'clock at GMT. There are prizes. It's 12 race calendar. Weekly challenges. I might talk about the challenges next week. It's like TG. There's a number of different things you can do, and yeah, I'll talk about that next week. It's mixed format, of course. You've got so we're going to have some sprint races and stuff. Equal performance, a good range of abilities. It's good. You can see it's a good mix of abilities. Some assists are allowed. Putting someone else in the car will be useful for me. Dynamic weather, love all that. Live stream commentary, that'll be my bit. And Euro Tripz TV. Do check out Euro Tripz TV, actually. Lots of travel videos and shit. To be fair, I've literally watched, I think, one video. But my time on YouTube is precious. It's precious. That's what I wanted to mention. We hit 250 subscribers this week, and I'm fucking well chuffed, man. Genuinely well chuffed, and you guys are part of that. You obviously you have subscribed and watched what's occurring. It is pretty cool, to be fair, because when I started doing it was just so the lads in Black Flag could watch back all the fuckery we had. There was no real kind of intention to build some sort of race TV mecca, but it's kind of become that. And it's gone from doing a couple of GT7 streams a week to 7. It's almost a full-time job, to be fair, for which I'm not paid very much at all. In fact, apart from a little bit of help from sponsors, to pay for shit, I don't make a great deal of money doing it, but it's good fun, though. It is good fun. Wondering why it's taking so long to load. Is this a problem you have when people leave the lobby, maybe? Who knows? We'll soon find out in a minute anyway. Yeah. And, Dry Bones Malone is back. Maybe that was a problem. Waiting for him to reconnect. One of the new subscribers I wanted to point out, and I don't know if you watch like a lot of the sort of bigger GT7 streamers, but a guy called Tyrannosaurus Rex. I was gonna say he's not a super big deal. I think he's got a lot of followers on Twitch, and got a decent number on YouTube. But he subscribed to me yesterday, and it's having people it's one thing like you guys subscribing. I'm absolutely grateful for people that do that. So don't take this the wrong way. But when one of your peers, somebody who is actively producing content, subscribes, it gives you a kind of warm, fuzzy feeling that you're doing something right. So, I was well chuffed about that. It's just a shame that the rest of my day got fucked up by an idiot. Otherwise, I would have been quite happy. Here we go, finally, the countdown. I'm going to have stuff to talk about that I don't have to think about. So 26 laps around Silverstone. We're going to have a couple of really quick guys on pole. We're going to have a couple of really quick guys way down in 9th and 10th place. So expect to see some overtaking early on. Start's important. It's very, very important. How quickly can you get yourself up through the order? You do not want to get bogged down here and get swallowed up. Of course, first lap is going to be the formation lap. 2-stop, I think, is probably the quickest way around getting the soft tyres on. I personally would start on the medium compound tyre. I think if you start on the medium compound, you give yourself options. As I know that if you're one stopping, it means you're finishing the race on hards. But if you start on hard, you're kind of limiting your race. You're going to be on slower tyres to start, and you're kind of committing yourself to a one stop, which, if there's a safety car at the wrong time, really will kind of negate it. You end up doing 2 stops, which means you cost yourself a little bit of time unnecessarily on the wrong tyre. I personally think soft, medium, and it looks to me. Let's have a look. And actually, Harley starts in 10th place because Harley, Connor, Wolsey, and Twitch were all a DC'd. They don't get to go at the front. Forgot about that. Unlucky Harley. And I'll stop looking at me while I do that. Right, so tyres. Forza and Ryan both going for the soft compound tyre. Fingers actually starting on the hard tyres. So the one thing I said you probably shouldn't do is what Fingers have done. If he proves me wrong, I am going to go to his house and I'm going to punch him right in his testicles. Really hard. I'm going to use my right hand and everything. I'm kind of hoping he can prove me right now. I don't wish it on him, but yeah. So Forza and Ryan, they're going to be on soft tyres. Their aim is going to be build a gap. Get out there, get on that power, and build the gap. That's the way they can get those soft tyres to work for them. They've already committed immediately to a 2-stop here. Now, I don't think you can do it on soft, medium, soft. I think it has to be soft, medium, medium. Or medium, medium, soft, or medium, soft, medium. Any combination of those 3 tyres. But Ford's in quite a good position here because the closest person to him in terms of pace, certainly reflected from race number 1, is Aggravator Dino, who is in 8th place. Bro Train's got some pace. Dunner's got some pace as Scuba. But in terms of outright leader pace, Dino is some places back. So let's go on board with Dunners, who's on the inside of the grid this time, and we'll see who gets away best. So waiting for some lights to come on, and they are not coming on. Why are those start lights not coming on, people? What is occurring? Are we waiting for someone? Everyone appears to be in place. Something's just not working today, is it? I don't want to be with you. Just want to be on it. There are 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. They're out. They are away. Good start from Dunners already. Gains a place up into 5th. Got a great run on the McLaren of Fingers ahead, but Fingers just makes that move. Aggravated Jelly trying to make the move on Dunners straight away. That is a massive gain there from Aggravated Jelly up to 5th place. Harley also muscling their way through. Dunners on the soft compound tyre as well, just getting out muscled, and already a yellow flag, and that is because who's dead? Well, there's no safety car. Is it a virtual safety car? No one's out. So Drybones Malone ignoring yellow flags and picking up a 5-second penalty. The Drybones Malone looks like Drybones Malone overtook a number of cars to get into the lead of this race. Picks up a 5-second penalty, and there's a car off the track. Who's that? That's Bray Train. So Bray Train out of this race, but we are racing, and Drybones Malone is in the lead, but ghosted. Why is Drybones Malone ghosted? Forza Ferrari. I've been invited to play F1 2022, so this is even a bloody race. What a joke. There we go. So that wasn't even bloody going on. So there we go. It was quite good, that. Well, this has been a bit of a shit lobby this evening. I can only apologise for the quality or lack thereof of the lobby. I don't know where the problem lies, whether it lies with what's the word I'm looking for? Whether it lies with Codemasters or whether it lies with the lobby host. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe there was indeed a problem with Strymon. He did get disconnected. Dino's got quite a low red bar. Bray Train with a red bar. Drybone's Malone with a red bar. Ryan's got full connection, so I don't think it's Ryan's issue. Can't answer the question really. But we'll wait till 30 and get back in the room and we'll go again. Because that's what we do. We get this shit done. Anyone been reading Prince Harry the Bullshit King? Anyone been reading his book? Any thoughts? I'll give you mine. But I don't want to get killed in a tunnel. So I'm not going to, not yet anyway. I might, if I'm really bored and there's like a lot of safety cars, I might just go fuck it and have my little rant about that fucking gingerbread little cunt. And usually I wouldn't use a word like that on the stream, but yeah. Having spoken to a few people about some of the things that he's claimed, and once you find out one thing's a lie, you have to question everything else in that book. Aggravated Jelly has a really good connection. It's only Dino really, Dino, Bray Train and Drybones Malone with a bit of a shitty connection. Now Drybones Malone's in the United States. I can't remember where Bray Train is. But Aggravated Jelly's in the UK, I think. So that's not Aggravated Jelly. Dino is in the UK. So just waiting for everyone to ready up, or two more to come in, and then to ready up so we can get cracking. I would like to chill out at some stage soon. It would be nice. Well, to be fair, it's not like I'm doing anything too strenuous. I am kind of leaning back in my chair. Well, I am now anyway. Talking bullshit to a microphone, or to no one actually. Well, it's not to no one. There are 6 of you out there watching, but yeah. That's 12 back in the room. One more. Who went for? Can I work it out by using my brain? Connor. Where's Connor? We're missing Connor. Come on, Connor. Let's get back in the room so we can get cracking. There we go. There he is. Connor is in. Let's get readied up and get cracking, shall we? Sounds like a plan, Batman. So, yeah, it's not been a great day for lobbies. We went our qualifying. That went relatively well. Then we had to change the lobby once, and then we had to change the lobby again. And then we did get racing. We did 13 laps of the Silverstone Circuit in Great Britain. Who won that race? It was Aggravated Jelly. Aggravated Jelly won that race from Dino. We saw Harley crashing out towards the end of the race and missing out on a place in the top 10. Drybones Malone a bit further up the order. We saw as well Forza Ferrari in the Williams just absolutely on fire. But then it all went horribly wrong, dropped down the order and pit at the wrong time, should I say. Instead of under the safety car, stayed out because it was just outside the pit window for them. Both him and Harley ended up not pitting when they probably should have done, and it cost them lots of places. And then, of course, we lost Harley towards the end of the race. Anyway, right, so 6 have readied up. Come on, boys. But I apologise for yawning at you, but I am fucking tired. I'm really tired. Okay, why have we not ready What is occurring, people? Right. I think it's working now. We're going. I think we're cooking with gas. I don't know if you're still listening, John, but if you are thinking of upgrading, rather than go straight to Fanatec, have you thought about getting brake mod for your G29? Or you may already have the brake mod, but there's a really, really good brake mod for the G29 that turns it into a potentiometer. And that gained me probably a second and a half a lap just putting that on. So it might be worth looking at that. I can hook you up, my brother. And when you fit it, it's a good time to remove the clutch pedal, or move the clutch pedal so you can put the accelerator and the brake further apart, which makes the G29 much more comfortable to use as well. What about that then? Unfortunately, you just don't do what I did, which is leave the wires loose inside the box for the clutch, and then you can't race on F1 2022 because it still thinks the clutch is engaged because the wires were touching the casing. Yeah, but I solved that problem now, of course. Right, so here we go. This is a 26 lap race. This is going to start, hopefully this time, it will be a proper race with proper things going on. Hopefully this lobby won't take quite so long to get loaded and get cracking. Don't hold your breath though, of course. It hasn't gone super well so far. So Forza Ferrari will lead everybody out, being that they were in 9th place. Dry Bones Maloney is going to be up there somewhere. I think Dunners is in 5th or 6th. 6th, I think. Then we've got Jelly, and we've got Harley, and we've got Dino, all back in sort of 10th, 11th, 12th, that kind of region. A bit further back on the racetrack. Well, actually, so it'd be 9th, 8th, and 7th, I think they are. So, formation lap. So, your 4 lineup will be Forza will lead them out from the front row. He'll be alongside Ryan, 1985. Sorry, 1995. Just aged him by 10 years. Dry Bones Malone is on heading up road 2 with Fingers 27, Scuba 24, dating profiles, Fingers 27, dating swipes right for Scuba 24, Dunners 5, that's not a dating profile, not the sort of dating profile that you find anywhere other than the dark web. Bray Train in 7th, Dino 420 fam. We all know what that means, don't we? 8th for Dino, Aggravated Jelly, winner of race number 1, 13 laps, won that race. In 9th place, then we've got the 4 did not finish cars of Harley, Connor, Wolsey, and Twitch Cameron X, otherwise just known as Cameron. Show just coming around the last few corners. They'll get back on the grid. Then we will go on board with we'll go on board with Dunners again. Why not? Dunners had quite a good start actually. Made a jump on Scuba, but we'll see who gets the best start. It is quite key to start here because you've got to, you get a good fast start here and you can gain a few positions, particularly with sort of Turn 1 isn't so bad, but sort of turn 3, turn 4 is where it really starts to get quite tight. And you want to be as far away from other cars as possible to avoid any sort of carnage. So here we go. They're all going to line up on the grid. Forza will line up obviously in the box and in the front. Being that Forza, having finished 9th in the last race, is on pole position. Right, there's Dunners there. We just make sure everyone's slotting in where they belong. Wolsey is disqualified. I don't think probably actually disqualified. We see it quite a lot in this lining up, but they end up racing anyway. So Cameron really warming up those tyres and taking the time to do so. Let's go on board with. I went too far. Dunners on one thing. There we go. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5 lights. When they go out, we will be racing. And we are away. Dunners gets another good start. Another jump on Scuba. And on Dry Bones Below. Dry Bones Below very bogged down there. And who's that moving down through the order? Cameron already up 1. Aggravated Jelly up 1. Big winner here is Dunners so far. You see Harley making a move on Bray Train. And everyone that can make an overtake is just all over the place at the moment. But Forza in the lead, and most importantly from pole position, Forza in the lead of this race. Are they going for the same strategies as last time? Let's have a little looky see. Indeed, I think they are. Well, this time actually Dunners also on the soft compound tyres has moved up into 3rd place. So really good start for Dunners. Started 6th, made 3 places. I've got himself into the top 3. Now it is all about the top 3 now, capitalising on those soft compound tyres and building a gap to those medium and hard tyre runners behind. Fingers dropping down to 5th place, but he's running on the hard tyres, so has already committed by the look of things to a 1-stop race here, and really needs there to not be a safety car. That's going to be the big kicker. Safety car in the first half of this race, and that is the strategy already done for Fingers. He's already picked up a 3-second penalty in the first lap. Multiple warnings in the first lap and a 3-second penalty. Drops down to 8th place. So really struggling here at Silverstone. So Forza Ferrari in the lead. He's already built up a 1-second lead. 1:34.2. Good solid first lap of that. Ryan running in 2nd place. It's a little bit deceptive in terms of times at this stage. Where's Dunners has dropped all the way down. What happened to Dunners? So whatever happened to Dunners, it's not going well. Dry Bones Below into the pits. There's some damage for Dry Bones Below. Can't see the front of the car to tell. But not a great start for Dry Bones Below. Or Dunners, because I'm sure Dunners make a great move up into 3rd place. And all of a sudden, gone. Down in 12th. Scuba in 11th place. That's a bit of a fall from grace for Scuba. Dino not able to stick with Aggravated Jelly. Aggravated Jelly making big moves up into 4th place. Acting Harley from 10th up into 3rd. Not able to follow those quick guys through and make it into that top 5. Wolsey running in 9th place. Just 6 tenths behind Bray Train. Going to ignore those times for Fingers because they're not accurate times at all. Not in the slightest. Not on your Nelly. So let's have a look at fastest lap. So 1:34.2 for Forza Ferrari. 35.2 for Ryan. Sorry, 32.1 Forza just put in. 32.2 for Ryan. So a little bit faster Forza, but not significantly so. We're on lap 3 here of 26 at Silverstone. Your leader is Forza Ferrari, ahead of Ryan, who's ahead of Harley. Harley and Aggravated Jelly have made big moves. Just look at this in terms of position change. 7 positions for Harley into that top 3. 5 positions gained for Jelly. 6 positions gained for Connor. And there's I was just say 4 for Wolsey, but Wolsey drops back down to 9th. There's only 3 gained for Wolsey, but look at the losses. 10 places lost for Dry Bones Below. Dry Bones Below started on the 2nd row. 5 places lost for Dunners, up from 6th to 3rd, and then dropped down to 11th. Scuba also losing 5 places, down from 5th to 10th. Dino started 8th, is 8th, hasn't been able to make a move through the pack on those medium tyres. Let's go further down, which is right on the card now. Gap starting to open up a little bit. I want that one. There we go. So another 3-second time penalty for Fingers. At this rate, he can still be racing with everyone's gone home. everyone who finished it will be like, oh, there's like another like 10 minutes into the race time. So Forza Ferrari does need 1.2 seconds is the gap. DRS is enabled, but not giving any DRS up to Ryan at the moment. Fastest lap from Connor, 1:32.1. That fastest lap was from 5th place. Anyone in a position to make an overtake? Well, Ryan's certainly not. He's 1.6 seconds back from Forza Ferrari. Harley 2.6 seconds back in 3rd. Under a little bit of pressure from Jelly. Nothing train smash wise yet. It is still a half a second gap, but keep an eye on those mirrors, Jelly. Harley, sorry, because Jelly is coming, and just started to cut that down, getting under half a second. Dino making some moves now, up from 8th to 7th, then up to 6th place. As Cameron picking up a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. Heed those warnings. That's really weird, isn't it? Brian bless him. Heed those warnings. I don't know why, but I pretended to do a Brian blessing impression, and I clearly can't do it. Right, so stop just for Cameron and Dry Bones the loner, of course. Right, so as you would expect, the two soft tyre runners out front of Forza and Ryan just pulling away a little bit. 2.3 seconds it is for Forza, who is leading this race at the moment. Wants to pull out a bigger gap, I'd say. 1:31.9, good solid lap. And this is what you need to do when you're on the softer of the compounds, is absolutely give it some welly and try and build up a gap. But Dino, from back in 8th place, started to make some moves forward. That's a 31.2. Dino's decided to get involved in this party now, and just kind of settled in the beginning of the race, and just stayed settled while Harley and aggravated Jelly made big moves going forward. There is Ryan. He's now 3 seconds off the back of Forza Ferrari, who seems at this moment in time to be absolutely cruising. But as we know, sometimes the safety car can be a cruel mistress and come out at completely the wrong times. Harley with big moves forward. That's a huge gain for Harley. 7 places gained. 1.1 seconds behind Ryan at the moment. Aggravated Jelly still sticking within that kind of half a second gap behind. Not necessarily looking to put the pressure on at this stage, but just wants to be there or thereabouts in that mix, should the need arise to make that move. There is Connor, 3.9 seconds back in 5th place. No one out front to pressure, but no real pressure from behind either. Brotrin is 4 seconds back, and that's move up for Harley, move up for Aggravated Jelly. Ryan moves, it goes into the pits. So nice early pit stop from Ryan, and where does Ryan come back out? That's the key. So Connor is going through. Where's Braytrain? There's Braytrain coming down the pit straight now. Did Connor get out in time? Hell yeah, he did. So Connor in 4th place. Only lost a couple of places there. Not a bad pit stop, and the gap was good. That gives Forza Ferrari a little bit more of a cushion, with Harley being 3.4 seconds back. But Forza is going to need to pit shortly. This lap, next lap maybe. It is pity pit time. Fingers up to 6th place. Has a mountain of penalties and some hard tyres. But if there's no safety car and we can get to lap 14, 15, 16 on those hard tyres, he's in a good position towards the end of the race, because he will then be on the medium compounds and should be able to run. Oh, no, he will be able to run to the end of the race. But how much pace does he lose while doing so? That's the big question. That's a 3-second time penalty for Connor, who is he's up in 4th place at the moment. Scuba running in 7th, a half second back from Fingers. Will obviously gain that place as soon as Fingers serves the penalty, so some work to do for Fingers at the moment. Scuba doesn't need to make the overtake, but will if the opportunity presents itself. Dino, despite the quick moves forward, is now dropped down to 8th place. as Connor makes the move past Bray Train and falls into the pits. Actually, that's why everyone really ahead to Harley now in the lead of this race from Jelly. Now, when Ryan went in, Ryan's now down in 10th place. It's really cost him some time for us there. Comes out in 8th place from his pit stop. Now, of course, he has already pitted now. He's used the soft compound tires on the medium compounds. He has a choice now. He can run the mediums twice to the end of the race. He could opt to go on hards, and he can try and run the mediums really long and then go on softs again to the end of the race. So once those other cars go to the pits, I think we'll then get a better idea of just where we stand in terms of tyres. Because we look, he's ahead of Wolsey. Wolsey hasn't stopped yet, but the top 7 have all been are all still needing to go into the pits. Fingers it's going to be some time. Fingers he's not going to be pitting until some time after lap 15, I think. Well, halfway point is lap 13. He's on the hard tyres. I would say lap 14, lap 15 would be a good time to go in. That's a time penalty for Ryan. So we've got 5 cars now with penalties. 5 of pit, 5 have penalties. They are different cars, of course. Let's have a look at what those penalties are for. So if we can. Telemetry on. Let's have a look at penalties. So 3 seconds for Connor. That won't cost him anything at the moment. Assuming nothing changes, of course. 9 seconds for Fingers. Who moves forward as Forza still stuck in 8th place. Can't get past Scuba at the moment. 3.1 seconds behind. It actually has Wolsey all over the back. But that looks like a safety car scenario. What? Who's going slowly? Trying to work out why we have a potential safety car. I need a little badge from. Where's my little badge, man? It tells me what's occurring. I need to see that little thing that says FC or VSC. I don't see it. Don't see a safety car out there, so it must be a virtual one. We're riding on board with Cameron. I just saw this on my right hand side. Yeah, so we're riding on board with Cameron at the moment. Cameron running in 12th place. 3-second penalty on board, but we drive over below 35 seconds back. Not really going to have any impact at all. So we'll see what strategy. And we've got Aggravated Jelly. Is it did not finish. Aggravated Jelly has crashed out of this race. Where is Aggravated Jelly right now? We didn't see where he was. I do know the pits on the left, but he's looking to see it. Can't see where Aggravated Jelly is. I think everyone pretty much going into the pits must have did not finish in the pits. So no Aggravated Jelly. Really quick in race number 1, but alas, alack, hark, no Aggravated Jelly for the rest of this race. That freed up Harley to open up the gap, 8.2 seconds. Now, ideally, they'll want to keep building on that nice, chunky 8.2 second gap. They will need to go to the pits at some stage, and as you can see, everybody has pit except for Harley, Connor, Braytrain, Scuba and Wolsey, the current top 5. Now, Braytrain's got an 11 second, there is an 11 second gap between Connor and Braytrain, which gives Connor a bit of time, but not quite enough. Connor now in the pits. That will question is now, do they go on hard compound tyres, or is there a medium followed by a soft, or a soft followed by a medium I think the hard tyres are going. So that is a very, very distinct, I intend to one-stop this race type move, putting those hard tyres on. So that drops Connor down to, depending on where Bray Train is now, well, certainly ahead of... Sorry about that. So trying to find something. I couldn't find it. Anyway, so Harley is in the lead of this race. Oh, you quit? Well, what's up, Jelly? Why'd you quit, man? You were doing really well as well. Can't have the top drivers quitting, man. You were out there. You could have got a 2 from 2. So Harley is in the lead of this race. It is 25 seconds is the gap at the moment. And that is some significant gap. Scuba and Wolsey still to pit. The Harley now coming in to the pits. Scuba stays out, but 25 seconds back is not going to take the lead of this race. Neither is Wolsey. That's another 1.7, 1.8 seconds back, of course. Ryan is in 4th place. He has stopped. 7.7 seconds is the gap behind Wolsey. Massive interval gaps between them at the moment. Connor is 4.9 seconds back. Dunners another 5.2. 4.2 back to Forza. 4.7 to Cameron. 3.1 to Dino. Bray Train is the only one within DRS zone of another car at the moment. And that is just about to be gone. Because Bray Train is now 1.1 seconds off the back of Dino. Fingers down in 11th place. 5.9 seconds behind Bray Train. And Dry Bones Malone, not having a great day, but 24 seconds back in last place. Aggravated Jelly, though, has quit. Don't know why. I did ask the question, not got an answer. Would be good to get one. Why quit, man? It's like an hour. Just get that shit done. I suppose if you've got to go, you've got to go. See, this is normally the point I go on and rant about a rage quit, but you can't call it a rage quit because he was like out front. One of the front runners, so I don't know that it was a success quit. A blank quit. A tourney quit. I carry on listing words that have got very close to quit in them. Connor with another time penalty. So that is what then? Lap 11 of 26. We're nearly at the halfway point. 12 seconds of penalties for Fingers. Holy hand grenade. Holy hand grenade, that's the one. 12 seconds. He was on 37 mile down and thinking they were 5-second penalty. Yeah, but it's, I mean, yeah, it seems it's harsh getting that penalty, to be fair, but I just have to quit over it, isn't it? Each to their own, mate. Each to their own. It doesn't matter. In the big scheme of things, I suppose it doesn't really matter. I think there are bigger things to get stressed about than that. To be fair, I've had fucking absolute. No, I can't say shit. I broke my rig because I was having a bad race on GT7. No, to be fair, it's quite annoying game. I find all racing games annoying just because I'm not very quick. But no, I've had my fair share of angry moments. It was when Watkins Glen was first released. We were racing some GRB cars around there. And I thought what would be really fun is to drive the Pikes Peak one around that track. And my God, what a fucking awful race I had. I crashed on every single corner because that car is almost impossible to control. And I lost my rag and I booted my rig and snapped it, which is why my rig is now what was left of my old rig in a piece of wood. So yeah, we all have our angry moments. So let's have a quick rundown as we start the 13th lap, which makes it halfway through. Harley leads this race by 6.5 seconds. Let's go to number of stops. Everybody now, with Wolsey being in, has made a pit stop. Harley leads by 8.7 seconds from Ryan. Ryan back up into second place. That's where he started on the grid. Dino with the fast lap, 1:31.0. Dunners back up to third. Dunners have made those dizzy heights earlier and is up there again. Dino in fourth place, going racy, but the gaps between them at the moment, 8 seconds, 8 seconds, 8 seconds, 1 second. Connor is within that 1 second window of Dino. But we know how quick Dino is on a hot lap, on one hot lap Dino. But is it consistent enough to win in this race or to get in the top three? At the moment, looking good because they don't have a penalty. Harley doesn't either, but because they don't have a penalty, if they get close enough to Dunners and Ryan, it's free positions that you don't have to work for, you don't have to pay for. Scuba running in sixth place, 2.8 seconds back in sixth in the Alpinis. Sorry. Sometimes the shit just goes from my head. I feel people think I'm mentally disturbed. Maybe I was dropped in my head as a kid. It's very, very likely what happened. Another penalty for Fingers. My God, man. The mayor must love you the way you rack up penalties and fines. But there we go. Cameron is half a second back from Scuba. Is Cameron able to make a move on Scuba? And Connor out of this race. Is that going to be a safety car? Let's see where Connor is. If we can see. We're on board with Dry Bones Malone, looking for the stricken car of Connor somewhere. Where is it? Where is the stricken Connor? I think Connor's made it to the pits. To quits. It certainly looks like it. And Connor's made it to the pits and quits. So Wolsey picks up a penalty as well. Lots of penalties for everybody. So we've lost two drivers in this race. Aggravated Jelly and Connor M07. Connor 07. As in Sean Connery 07. That's Sean Connery. I'm joking. Fucking mental with that, babe. Just randomly racing, and it's the guy who played Bond. And he did other things, obviously. But yeah. Harley leads this race, 10.6 seconds, looking very, very strong in that Haas. Ryan in the Mercedes-Benz Patronus, Expecto Patronus, is it might be 11 seconds back, but 8.2 seconds clear of Dunners in second. Looking pretty good here on lap 15 of 26. There is Dunners, started 6th, is now 3rd. That's a pretty good gain by my mathematics. 7.9 seconds back from Ryan. 5.5 up from Dino. Nobody except for Forza Ferrari is 8 seconds back from Scuba. There is potential for slipstream there. Cameron, I was about to say Cameron was in the position. Cameron now diving into the pits. There'll be some medium tyres going on to the end of this race. Dry Bones below 40 seconds back in last place, but sticking it out. That's see that Jelly, right? So you got a penalty because you didn't like what the game did, so you quit, right? Dry Bones Malone is, for want of a better expression, driving awfully. 39 seconds back, and coming into the pits now as well. So he's going to be so far back that we're going to need a telescope to find him. And yet he's still racing, he's sticking it out, man. Putting up with it, sucking it up and buck up. There is another penalty for Cameron. So many penalties getting handed out tonight. So Harley leads the race for Ryan. Dunners in 3rd, Dino in 4th place. 3.9 seconds is that gap. Are they able to close it a little bit? Dino is putting in some fast laps, so watch this space. 10 laps remaining. Forza Ferrari making the move on Scuba. Briefly, then Scuba retakes it. Can Forza make another move and retake it again? Doesn't look like it. So this time, Scuba is safe. Scuba moves forward. But great run out of that corner from Forza. Can Forza call it again? Forza just can't get the car past, but a great exit yet again from Forza. Tucked well in, tucked well in behind Scuba. He's made the move, finally made the move. Does it stick this time? Has Forza done enough to stay ahead of Scuba? Certainly looks like that way. Does have some DRS as well. Perfect timings for that overtake. Get some DRS, pull away. That's given a little bit of breathing room, although Scuba's still in the slipstream. Still within 0.3 of a second. So another penalty for Fingers. That is about 25 minutes worth of penalties. My daughter was said go through this. I don't think she even knows it's you, Darren. I don't know if she even remembers you. So Scuba is in 6th place, losing out to Forza Ferrari, who is starting to make some moves forward. Wolsey is in 7th place, 3/10 behind Scuba. Is Scuba going to be a little bit vulnerable again? Because Scuba already passed by Forza. Dino with a 1:30.8. Still looking quick up into 3rd place. Forza drops behind Wolsey. Wolsey making big moves. Scuba making moves. Forza, it was in bits this one. Do you know what it was? Is I was looking at the screen and I had my microphone right in front of me. And the arm of the microphone was right in front of the word bit on Forza's neck. There you go. So there is your race leader. Harley, 14. Harley? Yes, Harley. That's funny. So yes, Harley is 14 seconds clear of Ryan running in 2nd place. Yes, the dog is racing now. Ryan is running in 2nd place. They both stopped one time and are one stopping this race by the looks of it. Dino 420 fam is in 3rd place, 8.8 seconds behind Ryan, chucking in some very quick laps. It's closing down on Ryan, but not quick enough. Certainly opening up some gaps from Scuba, but not sure it's going to do much towards collecting Ryan. There is, however, still 8 laps remaining, so anything can happen in 8 laps. There is Scuba running in 4th. Wolsey looking a bit racing at AlphaTauri up behind Scuba. Let's have a look at tyres again because we've got that's a definite mistake from Wolsey. Wolsey hits Scuba. Is Scuba going to get back on track? Scuba does stay ahead of Wolsey. That, however, Scuba back ahead of Bray Train. Wolsey back ahead of Bray Train. So they did get Bray Train did get a little bit of benefit from that initially, but you know. Hats off. If I was wearing a hat, I would take it off for you, Wolsey. That is exactly the sort of racing etiquette that we expect to see. That's kind of entrenched in our rules at Black Flag. That's what we expect. And I'll tell you a story about that one. So we, as I told you, we've got a couple of drivers, Arminis and Jay, who will be competing in the GC Champions Porsche Cup starting in a couple of weeks. Arminis in Division 2, Jay in Division 3. And I believe that Drive Overs Malone might be, Forza Ferrari might be, I think Forza are definitely competing. Average time for races with you is also competing in it. But there was an incident in the qualifying race, the second qualifying race for Jay, where he little tap in the back of an Amigos Racing Team driver, Wooly. And he waited for him and let Wooly back through. Wooly gained the place. And to be fair, it wasn't really that big a deal. He probably could have gone on and it wouldn't have been that big a deal for it. It wasn't a big hit. And then conversely, in the same race, he gets hit twice by 2 other drivers who just continue on up the road. And it just really completely wrecked his race. And it prevented him from getting into Division 2. He had to settle for Division 3 just because of those incidents. But, you know, as I said to us, you probably should have just not bothered giving the place back when you hit the guy and just kept it for yourself. You might be all right. But he said, and I love these words, he said, I can't, that's not what I do. He said, I race fair, I don't race. and I think everybody should have that attitude. There is a penalty for Harley, but unless that penalty is 16 seconds, it's not going to mean a thing. Lap 19 of 26. This is your full running order. BNR Harley is 15.6 seconds clear of Ryan in the Mercedes-Benz. He is 5 seconds clear of Dino. 420, fam. Dino's looking so quick. And I tell you what, if I was Ryan, I'd be shitting myself right now with that pace coming at me. Coming at you like Cleopatra. Now, looking at tyre wear, Harley on the... Harley, Ryan, Dino in third, Scuba in fourth, who's 22 seconds back, by the way, and Woolsey, who's a second back, or just under a second back from him. And Bray Train, who's also in the DRS zone of Woolsey, are all operating on hard compound tyres. Now, Scuba and Woolsey are only 6 laps old, but when you look at Ryan, he's had those tyres on for 14 laps. Dino's had his on for 11 laps. There's got to be some level of deg in those tyres now that's going to be affecting pace. But at the moment, it seems to be okay. Of the medium tyre runners, there is Dunners, medium tyre runners, including Dunners. Boom, boom. Dunners running in at 7th place, 6.1 seconds behind that little DRS train of Scuba, Woolsey, Bray Train. Who's that off the track? That was Dry Bones Malone, I think. I think it was moving over because he's being lapped. Yeah, I have done a segment before on what I feel about getting off the racetrack for people. I don't think it's necessary. You know, whether you're 1 minute behind or 20 minutes behind or 2 seconds behind the guy in front of you, you shouldn't be compromising the race by going off the track to let people through under blue flags. It's easy enough to, as you come out of a corner, just a little bit slower on the accelerator, pull off the racing line and let the guy behind, or the girl behind, and off they go. Right, so Forza Ferrari, despite their pace, is languishing in 8th place. Cameron in 9th, 6.8 seconds back. Fingers 27, 7.5. And then it's 1 minute 25 back for the man, the myth, the legend, which is Dry Bones Malone. We lost Connor and strangely aggravated Jelly. Aggravated Jelly out of range quit because the game gave him a penalty and he didn't want it. And so he said, "Fuck you, PlayStation," and turned it off. I'm plagiarising. I don't know that he definitely said that. But if I was annoyed, I probably would. There we go. There's your race leader, 19 seconds clear. I don't care who the AI computer thinks is driver of the day. I think anyone that can get themselves into the lead like Harley did after gaining that many places and then pull 19 seconds clear deserves driver of the day. Dino now up into second. I think Dino probably will get it though. If we look at how many places gained, 9 places for Harley, 6 places for Dino. Lap 21 of 26. Does Dino realistically think that he's got the pace to win this race, or is he kind of hoping that Harley has a problem and he's close enough to capitalise? 8 places gained for Woolsey. That's some good top 4 finish, and it's not over yet because Ryan could be getting swallowed up by Woolsey and Scuba, who are both in this battle here. It's lap 22 of 26 here at Silverstone, and it's not all done and dusted. I think Harley's going to win this race without question, and another penalty there for Tripz alone. But Scuba and Dunners and Woolsey, trying to make moves on Ryan, who's currently sitting in 3rd place in the championship. Is Scuba Woolsey? Can they get close enough? Scuba just dropping off the back of Woolsey now. So it's kind of a one-man army. 8 places gained for Woolsey. On the hard compound tyres, Ryan also on the hard compound tyres, but Woolsey just can't make it count. Just cannot do it. Issue in sector 1. Don't know who that problem is for. So looking from the back, we know for Drummer, it's still like 1 minute 25 adrift. Fingers is 7.6 seconds, lost 6 places. But penalties, it is 18 seconds worth of penalties. It's not enough for Drummer alone to make up the position, but that is absolutely. Bear in mind that Fingers is only 7 seconds behind Cameron, and Dino with another fastest lap. He's only 7 seconds off the back of Cameron. And Cameron's got 12 seconds worth of penalties. So the irony is that even with even with the 7 second difference, the difference between the two of them is a 6 second deficit in penalties. Now, if Fingers can close that gap to within that 6 seconds, then despite having 18 seconds worth of penalties, it might be able to do something. I don't know. I can't see it, to be fair. Can't see it. You need to get ahead and get 6 seconds clear. It's basically what he's looking for. And he's not going to do it while he's spinning. You can't park that there, mate. Not happening. So, scrap that. He's not going to do it. He's too shit. Cameron is running in 9th place. 12 seconds worth of penalties, of course. Who doesn't want 12 seconds worth of penalties when you finish a race? But it won't cost him anything. Fingers will be the one stays in 10th. Forza Ferrario PL5. 3.9 seconds back from Bray Train, who's putting some significant moves on Scuba. Is Bray Train going to make the move? Just not that time, but going to get another crack at the whip. We're on lap 23 here, 26 at Silverstone, and we're watching Bray Train hunt down Scuba like it's his first meal. The gazelle that is Scuba is dancing through the plains, and here comes the lion of Bray Train, looking for a munch. Makes that move, much better under braking. They were definitely on back time. And they both spin! Both cars spin! Now, was there a little love tap between the pair of them? Scuba is out. Bray Train lives. Bray Train lives. But Scuba is out of this race. Does that give us a safety car? Don't think so. But, well, that's what happens when you have hard racing. You have hard crashing. But no real change to the lineup. So Harley still leads this race. The gap is 16 seconds to Dino. It will take Monument to usurp that 16-second lead for Dino. So he's 16 seconds behind. He's 29 seconds clear of Ryan, is Dino. So despite his very, very quick lap times, he's not really going to make any more inroads. I don't think he's going to move up on Harley, and I don't think Ryan is moving up. Well, he's not actually. He's pulling away. Now the question is, can Ryan hold on? It's lap 25 of 26. Wolsey's in within 1.8 seconds. The Scuba, we'll just see him in a minute. Drop below dry bone below. Wolsey 1.8 seconds back from Ryan. Has Ryan been holding something back for the end of this race to give them all a chance, really? Who knows? Right, so Drybone's below with another penalty. How many penalties is that in total? Now, the thing is, when we went back, penalties don't really matter so much. It's 12 seconds worth of penalties. So 18 seconds for Fingers, 15 seconds for Cameron, 3 for Dunners, 3 for Forza, 11 for Wolsey. That's going to cost him certainly 4th place. Most definitely going to cost you 4th place. Then we've got Ryan in 3rd, 6 seconds worth of penalties. So the only real chance Wolsey's got of getting the top 3 here is that they've got to take Ryan on this lap and build a gap, but it's just not going to happen. So there, I think that lineup is going to be your final racing lineup. It's going to be Harley 3 second penalty, but with a 16 second lead. That's not going to change. Ryan is going to drop out of the top 3 briefly, but straight back in it again because Dunners himself has 3 seconds worth of penalties. Although I don't think Dunners is close enough to get that anyway. Wolsey 1.1 seconds. Last chance now. Last chance saloon. If there's ever going to be an overtake, that has got to be done now. Wolsey is closing, but it's not really going to make a blind bit of difference. And Braytrain and Dino, the only 2 drivers that haven't picked up a penalty. Obviously, we're not talking about Scuba, Connor and Aggravated Jelly. They're not racing. You can't have a penalty if you're not racing, though, can you? Harley making it look very, very easy at this stage. We've had 2 races here at Silverstone. First race, 13 laps. That was won by Aggravated Jelly. Aggravated Jelly got the hump in race number 2. Turned off his PlayStation. Sod it. I'm freaking playing this game no more on my phone. And has got to do something more gameful, like watch porn. So Harley wins this race here. Dino will come home 15 seconds down the line in the Fezzer. Here he comes, just rounding that final corner now. And will cross the line in 2nd place. Good job by Dino. Ryan is in 3rd place. It's 33 seconds plus the 6-second penalty, which will, to be fair, it will drop him behind Wolsey until Wolsey actually finishes 1.3 seconds later, and that is Wolsey there, just on the back of Ryan. But as you can see, can't make that move stick. There goes Ryan across the line. Wolsey 5-second time penalty. They stay where they are. Ryan in 3rd, Wolsey in 4th. Briefly, and then Dunners jumps him into 4th place. Wolsey drops down to 5th. Forza Ferrario in 6th. Braytrain will finish in 7th position. Cameron 1.4 seconds behind Braytrain. Then Fingers, and then of course a lot of DNFers. So, driver of the day, Dino. Personally, I think Harley. Just because I think when Harley got in the lead, it was never in doubt. But Dino made some cracking overtakes and some cracking pace to get into 2nd place. Now that was a really, really good 2nd race. That good spread of points. I'll tell you what we didn't do. We didn't look at the current leaderboard, did we? We could do it now, can't we? No, we can't, because I haven't saved it. It's not ready for you, so you're not going to see it. Tough titty. I'll bring it on next week, and then we can see who's where and what's where and what's where. So congratulations to Harley. Harley was quick in race number 1. Unlucky to have finished. Did not finish in 10th place. Made their way from 10th to 1st. But here is your full classification. Your winner from Great Britain in the Haas is B&R Harley. From Australia, it is Dino 420 fam in the Ferrari. From the world, it is Ryan in the Mercedes-AMG Patronus. 4th place is Dunners from Great Britain in the Alpine. 5th was Wolsey from England in the AlphaTauri. Forza Ferrario from Scotland was 6th in his Williams racing car. Braytrain from Australia in the Aston Martin was 7th. 8th for Cameron for Williams Racing from Great Britain. Fingers from Surrey in the McLaren in 9th. Dry Bones Malone for the United States of America in the Alfa Romeo was 10th. 11th was Scuba in the Alpine from England. Another Scot in 12th place, and that's Connor for Red Bull. And Aggravated Jelly 13th and last in the McLaren. Did not finish. So there we go. All done and dusted. Thank you very much for joining me this sunny Friday evening. Back tomorrow for some endurance racing action at Kyoto Yamagiwa over on GT7. But that basically leaves as it is. We're back here next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel. do check out some of the other videos from this week. There's been some really good races this week, man. Really, really good. But if I don't see you before, I will see you on Friday. Thanks very much, and congratulations to the 2 winners today, which were Jelly and Harley.
Mental health problems affect 1 in 4 of us. Join Mind Now in the fight for mental health.